The biggest thing would be, I think, the dedication to their religion. It's like drinking petrol.
Benefit you living in Bali.
For what I get back from Bali, I get a 9 out of 10, but I'm only paying about a 3 out of 10.
Whereas in Bali, you could dump it outside. You know what? You could leave it laying over and no one cares. Maybe going to football matches, you know, going to watch Manchester United play.
Wow, so you are Manchester United fans. So
if I was there right now, that would work, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Halo Devsters, Supporters, selamat datang kembali di channel YouTube saya David on TV. Dan kali ini kita akan melakukan sesuatu yang berbeda. Kalau biasanya teman-teman lihat saya di pantai, dan kali ini kita berada di sebuah studio yang sangat tenang, yang sangat bagus. Dan tentunya kita akan membuat sebuah podcast. Banyak sekali yang bertanya di Instagram saya tentang bagaimana cara pandang orang Inggris atau bagaimana gaya hidup orang Inggris. Dan kita akan bahas untuk lebih mengenal culture di antara kita. Tidak kenal maka tidak sayang. Maka untuk bisa menjembatani semua itu, saya akan mengundang 3 orang narasumber di sini. Banyak sekali pertanyaan yang sudah dikirimkan di via YouTube, karena beberapa waktu yang lalu saya sempat membuat sebuah postingan yang berisikan apa yang ingin kalian tanyakan tentang budaya Inggris sama orang Inggrisnya langsung. And now we have 3 guests in front of me. Can you introduce yourself please from you the corner?
Yeah. Me in the corner.
Yes.
Joe, Axel Moore.
So your name is Joe.
It is.
And how long you been stay here in Bali?
I've been here about 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And what do you do here in Bali?
So I run an online education platform called Pernah University. So we teach people about online business models. Essentially, we want people to be able to create more money, time and freedom from a laptop, from a phone. And most of our customers are in the US, in the UK.
Wow, so this is your own business, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, to the someone beside you, hello.
Hello, it's me.
What's your name?
I'm Lewis Samuel. I am 26 years old. I'm from Portsmouth, England. I co-founded the company with Joe, Platinum University. So again, that's what we do. We help people make more money, time and freedom. And
just rep him,
yeah, t-shirt. And I'm sure you all know who this man is, so I'll let him introduce himself also.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I even need introducing?
Kalau yang ini, Laurence Benson TikTok. Kayaknya kalau yang ini nggak usah dipromosi lagi ya. Laurence Benson.
Yes, Laurence Benson TikTok.
Yes.
What is what to say? I love nasi goreng. I love Indonesia, and I'm here at the Platinum University doing this podcast with you, David.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we start from the first question. Yeah. Okay, please, from you first.
Okay, I'm in the firing line. I'm excited.
How do you know about Indonesia, especially Bali?
How do I know?
Yeah.
How did I find out about how to come here?
Yes.
So I was in Thailand at the time. I had a mental breakdown in the UK, decided that I wanted to leave. I was in Thailand and I was thinking, I want to go somewhere beautiful with a beach, with epic people. And I was looking around for somewhere and Bali just kept coming up. I was like, Bali is the place that I need to go to. Okay,
do you think Bali is popular in England?
I know it is.
Yeah?
Everyone wants to come to Bali.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
Yes, okay. Yeah. And about you?
So I was actually living in Thailand as well. How did I hear about Bali? I mean, a lot of people were going, mainly sort of the party scene, Finn's Beach Club, etc. I flew here to do a detox for a month. So I was living in Canggu with my shark tooth and my dreadlocks. And yeah, and then I moved to Seminyak, and that's where the life really started in Bali for me. So we founded Platinum University whilst we were here in Bali, set up a company here in Bali. So yeah, that's how I found out about it.
I'd just like to mention that on that detox, he actually met me drunk at a party, and which is where we founded our company. So I'm not sure how that detox went, Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did come for a detox, but then yeah, the Bali life got to me. But after being here for 2 years now, I've sort of settled down, and Bali's a beautiful place.
So you come to Bali 2 years ago. Is that your first time to Bali?
First time in Bali 2 years ago, and I've not left since.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I can't imagine you in dreadlocks. Wow, I'd love to see some pictures. Honestly, I'm sort of looking at you, I'm like, dreadlocks? Okay, anyway, congratulations for taking him out of his, making him cut his dreadlocks and looking like the handsome chap that you are. Anyway, I first came to Bali 2 years ago, fell in love with the place and did everything I could possibly do to be able to come back here. So I've been coming back for the last, go back to London to work, then come out here, go back to London to work, come back out here, and now I found a way to live out here. So I'm truly blessed to be here, David.
Yes, and you become so popular. I think all the people in Indonesia know you now.
I think they know you more than they know me.
In YouTube, yeah. But on TikTok, wow, you are
Okay.
incredible. Yeah. The second question: what is your culture shock first time to Bali?
That's a tough one. I don't think anything really shocked me like this. I think
You come to the new place that
Yeah.
you never been here. What make you like something different with your country?
I think the biggest thing would be I think the dedication to their religion, like the Balinese
Yes.
specifically. The amount of different holidays and occasions and the real dedication to that practice is something I've never really seen before. In the UK specifically, even religious people, they don't follow their religions to that kind of extent, and I think it's really powerful to see people follow in that kind of dedicated way.
Okay, so from your side, it's about religion.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
For me, I just think the Indonesian people compared to the UK, that everyone's so friendly here. You know, you go to the UK, you go into a shop, you barely get a smile. You go here, you order food, and obviously in Indonesia, it's nuts. Everywhere you go, there's a smile, and that's what I love about this country. It's just everyone's so happy, no matter if they're earning this much money or this much money. Everyone's epic, you know. Everyone's so friendly. I've never came across a bad person. Touch wood. But I mean, in Indonesia, it's been awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So Indonesia is full of smile, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The land of smiles.
Okay.
Well, you've met me now, so.
So you did make one.
Anyway, what shocked me is, as you can probably tell, the dedication and the love people have here for food. Like in England, we're not passionate for fish and chips, or like, what about fish and chips, burgers. Okay, fine, roasting. I'm sorry, yeah. Sorry, but I mean like nasi goreng, mee goreng, rawon.
Yeah.
Like all these delicious foods we have in Indonesia, and people are so passionate about it. Hence, which is why I've gone head first with this niche which I'm on TikTok right now, and now YouTube.
Yeah, of course, because everybody love to see foreigners enjoy our food. This is related with my content because my content is about food. What do you think about Indonesian food?
For me, the beef rendang is one of my favorite things to put in my mouth.
How do you know about beef rendang?
I mean, I ate it. It's probably
Somebody suggest you to try it?
Yeah, someone just said, "Have you tried a beef rendang?" And I was like, "What's that?" And
Okay.
anytime there's meat and sauce with rice, I'm a pretty happy man.
Yes.
And I tried it, loved it. Shout out to Colony, actually. That's where I first tried it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite dishes.
Did you try it in fancy restaurant or original warung?
The first time I had it was just in a normal restaurant here, like a Western style restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I had it in multiple warungs, which were actually better.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of Indonesian friends, and the first sort of Indonesian food that I tried and that I love is nasi padang. So again, the beef rendang, the perkedel, the jengkol,
Wow,
all
you
these
know.
things, you know. And I just
know
love
so
sambal
well.
as well. Like, I just
Yeah.
love like the local warungs, and especially padang, nasi padang is the best thing ever for me. So
Wow, okay. How about you, Laurence? You try many food, Indonesian food, yeah?
Yeah, I've tried a lot actually. My favorite food was actually nasi padang until yesterday when I tried food from Jakarta. And yes, I was filming a video of David yesterday, and I tried what do we have? Soto betawi,
Sop buntut,
sop buntut,
Yeah.
which is oxtail soup, and otak,
otak-otak.
and I rated them all 10 out of 10, which is all three dishes 10 out of 10.
Okay.
And I didn't do my stupid spicy reaction for the first time on my TikTok. And yeah, I think those three dishes which I had yesterday are my top three in the entire world.
Yes.
Alongside of a roasted nut, of course.
Okay. So, while in Bali, have you suffer from food like Bali belly?
No.
No?
It'd take more than the food to kill me. I've said that. I'm probably going to get screwed right now, right? But no, it doesn't get me. Like,
Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food, yeah.
Okay, so many people ask me about why European don't like spicy.
I can't because I love spicy food. So I'm really the wrong guy for that.
But general,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we're just not used. I think like in English culture specifically, we're just not used to cooking with a wide array of spices. We just keep it very simple: salt, pepper, thyme,
Yes.
rosemary. It's not that exciting. Whereas I think when you come to Asia, there's so many different spices, and I think there's such a broad spectrum for people to use. So I think it's just a cultural thing. I think we use less spices, therefore we're less accustomed to spicy food.
Yeah, so I grew up just eating chicken nuggets and potato smiles. If you don't know what these are, so like what, and just with ketchup, like at no point was I eating spicy food like you get in the warungs here, you know. So you're just not exposed to it as a kid in the UK. Your family, your mum, they just feed you like English food, pies, chips, beans, rice. Shout out my mum. No, we're just not exposed to it. I'm sure no one in the UK, they don't eat spicy food. So when you come to Asia, I mean, I've lived in Asia, and I lived in Thailand before, and now I live in Bali. And now it's like, I love spicy food just because I've eaten it in Thailand, eaten it in Bali, and all over Asia. So now I love it. But when I was younger, and the people who don't leave the UK are the people who don't like spicy food.
Okay. Did you get Bali belly?
I've had Bali belly. I went on a trip to Batu Malang.
And, you've been to Batu Malang.
Yeah. And I had the... What's the soup? The
bakso.
I had bakso in Batu Malang, and oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. For 5 days, you know, I never get sick ever, and I couldn't move out of bed. I had to get the doctor to come around, and they give me a IV drip, you know, for the vitamins. Oh mate,
how do you know that it comes from bakso?
It just must have been like some dodgy one, you know. It must have been like I don't know, just horrible, honestly.
You just hiked up the mountain, maybe?
No, it wasn't nothing. I wasn't tired or anything. It just must have been food poisoning. It must have been something to meat. Like they just got me, and the doctor said I had like some infection in my belly. They gave me all these tablets, these vitamins. But honestly, for 5 days, I couldn't move. I was like horrible, shaking a lot. It was horrible.
Okay.
My first Bali belly experience only 2 weeks ago.
With me.
2 weeks ago. So I woke up at 5 a.m. to play football with David. In Sanur. Didn't eat any food, just had water for a game. And afterwards, David and his friend said, "Oh, let's get some Balinese breakfast." I was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. A Bali breakfast." Anyway, David took me to a small warung, and he served me raw meat, which is called
lawar.
Yeah, he served me lawar. It tasted pretty
Do you know
good.
Lawar? No.
I had no idea it was raw meat at the time. I ate it. Oh, it's pretty good. But I think it's because I had nothing in my stomach. I just played football for 2 hours, and it must have just gone. It just really affects me really badly, and I was throwing up for about 2 days straight, non-stop. It was awful.
That's why you didn't answer my WhatsApp. Yeah,
I never answer you anyway, David. But yeah, but that's another excuse in my pocket.
Okay. Back again, Joe. Do you have a funny moment while in Bali that you cannot forget? Unforgettable moment.
Well, David. I think we got a few of those.
Yeah.
I've got to play this one safe. Okay, don't incriminate myself. It's a little bit of a tough one, actually. Without incriminating myself, it's a little bit of a tough one. I did have one really stupid incident. And this was, I had to do a visa run because my visa was due to expire. And I had to go catch a flight. I had to go to Kuala Lumpur. So this was almost 2 years ago before Corona, right? And I ended up getting drunk the night before my flight. And my friend was like, "Oh, come out, it'll be fine." I was like, "Oh, I don't know, I've got a flight." In the end, I ended up going out, and then I got introduced to Iraq.
Iraq.
Yeah, so Saddam Hussein was so I got introduced to Iraq, and that was a really, really bad time. I mean, Bali belly's probably bad, but
yes,
Iraq
more worse.
So I ended up drinking this, and it's like drinking petrol. I slept through every single alarm that I had. I was supposed to give my motorbike back in the morning to the rental place before getting my flight. I woke up an hour before my flight with the motorbike guy ringing me over and over and over again. I've woken up, realised that I needed to leave for the airport. I've put all of my stuff into a bag. I've jumped on this bike. I've gone driving along. My helmet's come flying off, but I didn't have time to stop. So I've just carried on. And I've got all the way to the airport. I didn't have any shoes on because I'd left my shoes back at the hotel. I've started running into the airport. At this time, I didn't realise it was like lunchtime, so it was really hot. It must have been about 35, 36 degrees. I'm sprinting into the airport. I run over to the desk, and I was like, "Can I get on this flight? Can I get on this flight?" And they were just like, "No, you missed it." And at this moment, I realised how hungover I was.
Yeah.
And then I looked down at my feet, and I'd lost all of the skin off both of my feet.
Wow.
Because the floor was so hot where I was running into the airport, and my feet were bleeding, and I couldn't get on the flight. So I've ended up just collapsing like in a mess in the airport, just looking really sad. And I sat there for 2 hours trying to work out what my next plan was. And I ended up going and dying in a hostel for 24 hours before booking the next flight out to Kuala Lumpur to get a new visa.
Okay.
What was the question? What's the funniest moment or the dumbest moment I've had in Indonesia?
Yeah, in Indonesia.
I'm not too sure. I honestly can't answer that question. I'm sure Laurence has got a better answer for me than that. I've not got any funny, like, dumb stories.
Okay.
Well, this actually happened to my best mate who came out to visit me. Another plane story. So he came again 2 years ago to Bali. He was here for about a month. We had a best time, like, going out like every night. And then he had his flight at, I think it was 8 in the morning. And then the night before, we all said, "Oh, just do an all-nighter. Like, this is your last day in Bali. Have fun." Went to Old Man's, etc. Then got a burger on the way back. I went to sleep, and then he tried staying up. Got halfway through his burger and fell asleep. Anyway, the guy who was meant to be taking him to the airport was like knocking on the door saying, "No." He arrived to the villa, Moby Dick actually, where Joe was staying, and just like knocked on the villa. A security guard was there, and he said, "Oh, I'm looking for a guy called Angus." And the security guard said, "Oh, he's probably asleep." I mean, the driver just waited there for 2 hours. 2 hours waiting for Angus to wake up before his flight. By then it was like 11 o'clock by the time Angus woke up, missed his flight, had to pay another £600, which is about, how much is 1,000? Which is about like 8 mil? 12 million, something like that.
Yeah.
And Angus was just like, well, all of us were laughing in the morning saying, why on earth did the driver not just come in and take him to the airport? But it just shows, if you come to Bali, just don't go out on the night before your flight. And like, or drink a rack. I think we just said, I think he had loads of Joss actually. So you got like a massive up and then just crashed halfway through his burger.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Hati-hati guys.
Hati-hati dengan arat. Hati-hati dengan arat.
Hati-hati feet.
Okay, for next question, what is benefit you living in Bali than in your country?
I think it's just it's such a beautiful place. I think, like Lewis rightly said, the people here are just completely different. I think it's for me, the single biggest thing is the positivity. Because just being around people that want the best for you and are genuinely happy to see you win and succeed, that is the single most important factor. But there's so many other things as well. I think there's amazing food. It's a beautiful location. There's great weather. There's great opportunities. You know, there's just so much going on. And you get, by being in Bali, if you want beautiful nature, you can go to Uluwatu. You can go to Ahmed. You know, you can go to Ubud to see the jungle.
Okay.
There's everything. So many beautiful things. So I think there's something for everyone in Bali.
Okay, maybe for the economical reason, like the different comparison, Bali is so cheap. Then is that one of reason?
Yeah, that's absolutely a factor for anybody that earns money in pounds, euros, or dollars. Living in Thailand, living in Bali, the quality of life that you get for the money is amazing. This is something we talk about a lot in our community as well, because you can be in the top 1% in terms of standard of living by earning in one currency, i.e. dollars, euros, and pounds, and living in a country which is cheaper cost of living.
I mean, I think everything in Bali specifically is just so readily available. I want to jump on my motorbike, I want to go to the gym, it's 2 minutes away. If I want to go and get some food, it's 2 minutes away. If I want to go to the beach, it's 2 minutes away. You know, for me in England, I'd wake up, I'd have to drive an hour to go to work, and then you have to drive an hour to come back, and then you've got to go 30 minutes to the gym. You want to go to a restaurant, you got to go to a shopping mall, it's 45 minutes away. And it's raining, you know, and you're not driving a motorbike, you're in a taxi that's probably cost you £20 to get to where you want to go for a 10-minute journey. Whereas here, the taxis here, you can go anywhere in Bali for almost, 100k, you know, you can go from the one side of the island to the other side of the island. It's so cheap. And that's my main factor of here. I just love that everything is so readily available rather than in the UK and Europe where you got to travel. Okay,
so you recommend your friend in England to stay here?
Would I recommend them to stay here? If they can find a sustainable income to live in Bali and earn money here, then of course, no one would want to live in England. In comparison to Bali, in my opinion.
Okay, Laurence?
Okay, so for me, for what I get back from Bali, I get a 9 out of 10. But I'm only paying about a 3 out of 10. Well, whereas like in London or New York, you potentially get like a 10, but you're also paying a 10. So I think for standard of living, what's the word? for what you get in terms of standard of living against the cost,
Yes.
then Bali's up here and then like London's somewhere down here. But like if you've got money in London, then yeah, sure, go live in London. But you know, Bali's the best place for. I feel like for young entrepreneurs, 100% is the best place.
Okay. So back to you again, Joe. I think everyone here in Bali have own scooter. You can drive anywhere you want. And if you comparing between Indonesia and England, that not many people drive motorbike in England, yeah. So how you learn to ride motorbike here?
I mean, I already knew from living in Thailand.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
Just take it easy. I think a lot of people in England, they get a little bit overexcited when they come out here, don't they? They're like, I've got a bike, let's go crazy.
Yeah.
And then they die. So I think, yeah, it was just give it a go and just don't be an idiot.
Okay.
Just don't lose your helmet.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Don't lose your head. Yeah. I'm sat here saying don't be an idiot, and then my previous story was me being an idiot.
Okay, so what do you think about law enforcement in Indonesia, about how to ride on the street? Do you have any problem with police stop you? And
As long as I've got a helmet on, I'm usually okay. But yeah, I've been stopped. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I think everyone gets stopped by the police. I think in Ubud, I actually got stopped with a helmet, with everything, and I still ended up having to pay some money. But it is what it is. I feel like it's just the tax, the tax for being here and having fun, I guess.
Yeah, so when I was 16, I got my bike license in England. So I was driving a motorbike, obviously in the rain all the time.
a big bike?
No, just a scooter, like a scoopy.
Okay. Yeah.
Used to go between back and forwards to college and stuff like that. So when I came to Indonesia, I already had a driving license. But like Joe said, I mean, the police here, the traffic here, like in the UK, if you want to do it in comparison, in the UK, even if you go through a traffic light, or if you overtake someone on the wrong turn, or you're going a little bit too fast, there's police, there's speed cameras, there's everything everywhere. So you can't get away with anything. You know, if you park your motorbike on the side of the street, boom, you're getting clamped and you're getting a fine. Whereas in Bali, you could dump it outside. You know what? You could leave it laying over and no one cares. So like in Bali, it's very, very different to the UK. So in the UK, it's very more strict. It's a lot more lenient here in Bali for sure.
Okay. Laurence, from your perspective.
Well, I for one follow all regulations on the road. I feel like I'm a very safe driver. Always got my helmet on. Don't throw it off when I'm on the way to the airport. So I've had no problems with the police actually. Just driving 30 kilometers an hour on the road. I'm very safe. Yeah. In my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Do you miss your hometown?
No.
No?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Just that.
Can you mention what activity that you cannot do it here in Bali and you miss it so much, but usually you can do it in England?
What do I miss about the UK that I can't do here?
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Nothing.
Nothing's really coming to mind. There's nothing that I did in the UK that I don't know. No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy here.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is like, for example, the Euros, when the football was on, the Euros, everyone's back home, everyone's in the pub, in the beer garden supporting England, you know? And here it was good, like when we went out to support the game, like watch England play, but it's nothing like back home, you know? The Olympics as well, like people go out and watch the Olympics, it's a big thing, like cheering on Great Britain. So that's one thing I do miss, like maybe going to football matches, you know, like going to watch Manchester United play.
Wow,
going
so
to watch
you are
one other
Manchester
team.
United fans.
So going to the stadium, like that, I do miss that massively because I'm a big football fan, and like I do miss going to watch sport.
I think just seeing friends and family, and that's it. And also the buzz you get when it's summertime. Like as soon as June hits, everyone's out, beer gardens, going to parks, like hanging out together. And it's like a big buzz. Whilst here in Bali, it's always good weather. So you don't really have anything to compare good weather with.
You saying it's so good it's a problem.
It's so good it's a problem, yeah. But that's the only problem I have of Bali. It's so good it's a problem.
Joe, sorry, this is a silly question. Somebody asked me about, in Indonesia, tradition of Indonesia, we go to shower 2 or 3 times in a day. This is silly question, but maybe many people want to know.
I actually shower about 2 or 3 times a day myself. So, I mean, I'll wake up, I'll have a shower, I'll go to the gym and train, so I'll have another shower. And then by the time I get home, I'm sweaty again, so I'm back in the shower. So, Nothing to say about that. Sorry, Dave.
In UK?
In the UK, I mean, it's probably I'd have 2 showers rather than 3 because it's not hot, so I don't need the third one.
Two
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'd
Two
say
time.
so.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, very, very similar to Joe. I think two showers a day when I was living in the UK, maybe 3, but I think that's a misconception. I do think that people in the UK do shower 2 or 3 times a day.
I don't know.
I know a few that just don't shower as well.
Mindset of Indonesian people say that because the weather is too cold in your country, right? So
Nah,
in the winter, in the
Laurence,
winter,
do you shower once in the winter?
yeah, in the winter.
You still have to. I think everyone still wakes up, has that morning shower, then has a shower before bed. I mean,
At least one time.
At least one time a day. Yeah, well,
day.
depends. I mean, for me personally, Laurence may be different.
Laurence may be different.
Okay, to be fair, it depends if I go to the gym or not. Back in England, to be honest, I'd have 1 shower unless I go to the gym, and I'd have 2 showers.
Yeah. Okay.
Here in Indonesia, I don't know, does jumping in a pool count as a shower?
Mm-hmm.
It does? Okay, great. So I have 1 shower. 1 shower.
One more. Can you do Asian squat?
Can I do
Asian squat.
Asian squat?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
just chilling like that?
Yeah. Flat is like.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I like to squat, so I feel like we're good, yeah?
Yeah. But not many people can do it,
We
right?
can talk like this.
Because you're young and healthy, so you can do it. Fit and healthy.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm almost still young. I'm 31 now, Dave. I'm not quite there.
Okay. Can you do it?
I can do it, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I was in Afghanistan.
Okay.
I can't do it here, but yeah, it's the same. I think in all Asian countries. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try.
Okay. Try.
Come on. Go on. Go on. Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
Do you feel comfort with that position?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably sit and eat like one nasi
Okay. Okay. So if you can do it, that means you can do poop in the national.
When I was driving, when I drove to Batu Malang and you stop at like the service station to get
Yeah.
petrol, I really needed when I had the Bali belly as well.
Yes.
So yeah.
You do Asian squat like that.
If I was there right now, that would work, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
That's sort of how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you,
Mate,
Laurence?
that's top form, I must say. Top form right there. I can do it, but I'm not going to do it because I did legs yesterday.
Okay.
Time I train these twigs. But
Teman-teman, terima kasih sudah menonton David Allen TV. Jangan lupa untuk subscribe ya, dan tekan tanda lonceng untuk mendapatkan update video-video saya yang terbaru selanjutnya. Berikan tanda like apabila suka dengan video ini, tinggalkan komen, dan kamu bisa share video ini ke teman-teman kamu ya. Sampai jumpa di video-video selanjutnya. Kia Kibi, kita yakin, kita bisa. Bye-bye.